Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi LIVENODING. In this episode, we're gonna try to recreate this design. I saw this earlier today. Someone posted at Reddit, and it's kind of like a very neat design. It's the real object, so it's just like a number, but the shadow actually made the numbers. So I thought, okay, this is very nice design. I'll try to recreate it using Blender. So so I did this exactly that. So that's the that's the result, and currently I'm rendering it in real time. This is using cycle, and I can control the shadow, of course. Just gonna make it like that. Um, Maybe the size can be it's a little bit more blurry or not. Anyhow, so yeah, this is the design. It's actually super simple, right? You just create a text, and then you create all this stick. But the nice thing about this is that the whole thing is actually procedural. I can go to animation nodes here to control Sverchok. Just replace it with a, let's say, just a number, and then I refresh it a few times, and then I get a new design. And I can actually quickly export it out and render it out, or print it out as 3D design, like the real thing. So I thought that's kind of neat. We can say like Blender, everything updates accordingly. So what the setup does is actually very simple. It's just make sure the stick actually kind of raycast project into the floor or the wall, and this guy directly project into this guy, the surface. Um, Earlier today, I actually made a different setup where I end up with a more like a stick to the bounding box. So that's not like very perfect, but still kind of work. Let me stop this render for now. This is what I mean. So earlier today, I just make it stick to the bounding box of each letter. This one doesn't work really well, so I make slight modification, and the second setup actually stick to the surface of the mesh. So yeah, the whole setup looks something like this. It's not too hard, it's not too complex either, but basically, so I start with the text objects. I have it on layer 2, just a normal Blender Live text object, and yeah, I can still edit it, but I'm actually editing it using animation node. So it's kind of nice. So we can like add snail, for example, and update it. Go back to Sverchok. Yeah, and it updates. So this guy, so this one, of course, you cannot print it out if it's looking like that. So maybe that's kind of working better. Yeah, that's not too bad. So yeah, the design starts from a text object, and then I separate the text object, and I get the bounding box for each letter. And I have this extrude region because the original text is actually just flat. And I extrude it inside Sverchok, but you can actually do the bevel things here. You can actually maintain the text totally, use the original text, and then what Sverchok does really here is just the stick or the cylinder. So the cylinder is perfectly kind of connecting the floor or the wall into the surface of the objects. So what I did in the setup, there's a rotation here that we don't really need. Bounding box, that's the important part. So I basically, in here, I get the center of each, the top center of each bounding box. this is what it does. So I'm using list item, list zip, whatever. It's basically take 2 points and then get the middle points, and that's the center of the top bounding box. So that part is simple enough. And then I ray trace. I'm using object ray trace, and then kind of ray trace the points up to the rooftop or to the wall. And so I get that point directly on the wall, and after I do that, I'm actually kind of project it back into the objects, and so I get the top, this point on the surface, and I simply connect the 2 points, like connect the dots, and using UV connections and pipe, and then back to this guy, viewer V mesh, and then I get the cylinder. So yeah, it's pretty simple. What we can do here, I can change the text, and then everything will update, and everything looks nice. I can move the wall and then update location, and it's gonna update itself. It's gonna work. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this setup. It's actually pretty simple, but I think this is kind of really nice setup and kind of nice this way. You can make any kind of text message, you know, Sverchok Nodes. It's gonna update. The nice thing about this setup, of course, you can, with some modification and cleanup, you can really print this out, and you get that design shown like this. Of course, this one has the base and it's plugged to the wall. This is, I think, very nice design. And of course, in real life, you need a proper lighting as well from the top. So that's a consideration. Other than that, yeah, this is just very fun little project there. So hope you like this tutorial. Let me know what you think. If you have any feedback, suggestion, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.